What is the worst pizza in the world? There are some frightening combinations out there, perhaps none more so than New Zealand's own take on the dish, the canned spaghetti and pineapple pizza. According to my recent poll, 54% of you said keep spaghetti and pineapple off of pizzas entirely. It was closer than I thought though, almost half of Kiwis seem to love it. So I assembled some ingredients and assembled my team, and set out to make a canned spaghetti and pineapple pizza to see if it's a Kiwi culinary classic or just a straight up New Zealand nightmare. Let's get cooking.
Alright, so today we're going to have a crack at making the Kiwi classic spaghetti-based pizza, aka the worst pizza in the world. Not something I ate a lot of as a kid. I remember eating it on school camps on occasion, but this stuff here, the infamous Waddy's canned spaghetti, something that wasn't allowed much in our house, being a house of Italian extraction. This kind of thing is seen as an absolute abomination, as is putting it on a pizza. But anyway, let's give it a crack, see what it tastes like. Gotta say, not following any particular recipe really, just working it by eye, what I see, and basically what I've seen people like Bill English do is just start chucking spaghetti on a pizza base and adding your topping. Alright, Waddy's canned spaghetti. Ironically, I've heard great Italian pizza chefs say the secret to making a good pizza is not to put too much topping on it. You don't want it too heavy, too soggy, etc. That being said, we're putting this horrible canned spaghetti on it, so it's going to be soggy regardless. But I figured, go for small can, don't want to saturate the thing. Or do we? Maybe it tastes better that way. And, there we go. Boy, oh boy, look at that, boys and girls. Doesn't that look absolutely gross? All right. Let's get some of this on the pizza. Pour it all on there. This is... oh, well, it looks like the whole can will do the trick. I've always felt the sauce that's on this canned spaghetti is really weird. It's not a real tomato sauce, even though they say it is. And it's not like tomato sauce as in tomato ketchup either. It's just weird, and like I said before, I never really enjoyed it as a child. And looking at it now, I can't say I'm going to enjoy this very much as an adult either. I'd say the small can is enough, really. Hard to believe that a lot of Kiwi families would just serve their traditional Kiwi spaghetti pizza like this, maybe with a little bit of cheese, that's it. We're gonna go a little bit fancy with this. We're gonna go Bill English style and put some pineapple pieces on this. Okay, and she's ready to put on the pizza, so let's get some of this pineapple on there. None of this fresh stuff. I need the best Woolworths quality canned pineapple for us. There you go. What do you reckon? Is that enough pineapple on a pizza? I know some of you are going to say that there should never be any pineapple on a pizza, but hey. Alright, cheese time. We're going to put the perfect pizza 3 cheeses, grated cheese on this. I suppose if we were going to go really authentic Kiwi styles, we'd be putting something like grated Tasty or grated Colby, something that's completely inappropriate for a pizza, and cover the thing with that. But I thought, let's go somewhat Italian. After all, this is called Perfect Italiano. So let's give it a go. I think there's mozzarella in there and 2 other cheeses. All right, how are we looking? Look at that. Doesn't that just take you back to bad food on school camping trips? Or those weekend nights in your student flat, making up a whole meal for a couple of bucks for you and your flatmates? But hey, bonus extra. Because I've got so much ingredients, I thought, why stop here and let's go with something a little bit special, a little bit fancy. While I was in the supermarket, I saw that Waddy's don't just sell regular canned spaghetti, they have spaghetti with meatballs also. So, that being said, let's make another one of these, this time with spaghetti and meatballs. Much the same as the last one really. Let's open up a can, chuck it on the pizza base and stick it in the oven. Oh god. What is that? Is that a meatball? It doesn't look like a ball, it just looks like a congealed glob of... Ugh. Oh, I'm starting to regret this actually. Anyway, let's chuck it on there. Oh god, it's kind of gelatinous. Gross. Oh. Oh, this is horrible. It's kind of all dried up and... Oh. I don't know if this was a good idea. This looks absolutely revolting. Reminds me of pouring out cat food. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, God. I mean, it's so solidified and gelatinous, it's hard to kind of get it out of the can. Oh, look at it. I haven't seen any meatballs. Where's the meatballs? Oh, there's one. There's a meatball. Singular. And it's tiny. Oh, and it smells gross too. You know what? Let's just get... Oh, this really does remind me of jelly meat for your cat or dog. Oh, hey, at least it's got a couple more meatballs in it. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 whole meatballs in the entire can. This was way more expensive than the regular canned spaghetti too. This was like almost $4. Ugh, what a horrible smell. We'll go with the full thing because may as well just get it over and done with. Spread it out there. May as well make this a spaghetti, meatball, and pineapple pizza. What the hell? That'll do it. There you go. What do you reckon? I actually think it looks a little bit nicer than the just plain old spaghetti and pineapple pizza, but yeah, getting that out of the can was horrible. It just had the consistency and texture of jelly meat. Anyway, let's whack these into the oven and give them a taste soon. And in you go, spaghetti and meatballs. Let's see how these bad boys are doing. It actually doesn't smell half bad. Looks as good as it's probably gonna get. How's our spaghetti and meatball number looking? Yeah, it looks like it do a little bit longer. And here it is, fresh from the oven. Doesn't look entirely appetizing, but let's give it a shot. Let's get a bit with nice amount of, pretty soft in the middle. I thought I hadn't gone too heavy on the amount of spaghetti in there, but it's pretty moist. That is really soggy and wet. I'm gonna need another plate for it. Oh, all my toppings falling off. Can't skimp on the best bits, right? Jeez. Give it a try. Still very hot. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this without making a huge mess. I'm gonna actually have to eat it with a knife and fork. Can you believe that? Make sure I get a nice big bit of pineapple in there. That's a taste I haven't tasted in a very long time. Canned spaghetti. Yeah, it's that weird faux tomato with a lot of sugar. It's very sweet. And obviously with the pineapple on it, it makes it even sweeter. It's not the best thing in the world. It's not the worst thing either. But, you know, as far as pizzas go, it's not very good. I give this a 3 out of 10. It's edible, I'll give it that. But how's the spaghetti and meatball one going? Let's check on that in the oven. And here we are with the spaghetti and meatball pizza. And I think calling it a pizza is very generous. It's really, really curled up on the sides. Look at that. And it is just absolutely swimming in the middle. I'm a bit nervous to try this. There's a lot of liquidity to it. Let's put it that way. Where was all that liquid when I was trying to pour it out of the can? It was like a solidified mass. Let's taste it, see how it goes. Okay, let's make sure we get a bit with the meatballs on it. Look at that, look at the depth. It's curled up around the edges and created this sort of pool in the middle. This is probably one of the worst looking pizzas I've ever seen. I can hear some of my Italian ancestors rolling and complaining in their graves at this. Yeah, I haven't even tasted it yet, and I'd say it's an abomination. Base very, very hard. I'm gonna need a bowl and a spoon to eat this. This is ridiculous. What a mess. Alright, let's give it a taste. The sauce of this canned spaghetti is a little bit better than the regular one. I guess that's what you're paying the extra $1.50 for. But yeah, the actual texture of the spaghetti, it's typical canned spaghetti. It's really, really mushy. Let's try one of these tiny little meatballs. The meatballs taste like, well, they taste very, very similar to the sausages you get in, like beans, a can of beans and sausages, that type of thing. Almost exactly the same. How would I rank this pizza out of 10? Like the first pizza, it's not great on flavor. It's very bad in consistency and form. While it does taste slightly better than the plain one, it's just a big gloopy mess. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
So that was 2 variants of the classic Kiwi spaghetti and pineapple pizza. Later on in the evening after cooking these, I can confirm that no one else in my house wanted to touch these things. And after eating a couple of slices of each, I fell into a carb-induced coma. It's just a heavy, starchy dish that really doesn't sit well in the stomach at all, if you ask me. The next day, I tried finishing these off for lunch, but it's quite a big job. They're not so bad that they're inedible, it's just that heavy, mushy canned spaghetti and sweet fake tomato sauce, along with sweet canned pineapple, isn't very nice. Not surprisingly, the spaghetti and meatballs pizza tastes even worse the next day, and I'm downgrading it to a 1 out of 10. Don't want to waste food though, and I'm still trying to power through them, so if you want a slice, message me with your address and I'll send you a piece. If you're not put off New Zealand food after this, then why not check out the story of where New Zealand created its very own fast food chain with meat pies in this video.